Welcome to another edition of Dizzarian Plays MMOs. Today I'm in Final Fantasy XIV and I'm on my level 16 Arcanist. And when we last left off, I was right at the point that they wanted us to queue up for this dungeon called Sastasha. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. We're going to go ahead and open up the duty finder here. And as you can see, I've now got... It's really cool how this does. You can open up, and as you go to these dungeons, you can always queue up for them, which is really neat. And we'll show you the dungeon finder here in a second. But there's other ways of doing this as well. But we're going to go ahead and do Sastasha. So we're going to click that, hit join. And now it's registered and complete. Usually it's basically taken into account what class you are, and it's going to try to put you with a group of 5 other people, or however big the dungeon is, and you all will go in together as a good, well-made group. So let me go ahead and pause here, and whenever I get into that group, I will be back. While I'm sitting here waiting, I just want to point out something on why this game is... There's a lot of details in this game that you might miss. I was sitting here, when I first got here, it was clear. And as I've been waiting, the storm has been rolling in and it's just been getting darker and darker, and the clouds have been moving in and the wind's been picking up. And look at my robes, the way that they move. That wasn't doing that when I first logged in. And you can see how it's waving this way. Well, no matter what I move, you can see that, like... the end of that is always pointed toward the direction that the wind is moving. I don't remember seeing that in another game like this, and it's just really cool. So I'm just pointing that out. All right, so it looks like it's ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and commence. That took less than 15 minutes, and I was able to do other things while I was waiting on the dungeon to pop. Ooh, doesn't that look pretty? So it's giving us an overview of the tunnel. I think I have done this before on another character. I'm there with a bunch of Lalafels. Alright, so we're going to get bonus completion for doing this early. Joining the party? Alright. So we're going to go in, and at first it's going to be just a lot of mob killing together, but these mobs are not soloable, so you definitely need to work as a team. And you can see, maybe be able to see, I'm in here as a damage dealer, not as a healer, although I'm probably going to be watching this as we go, and I'm going to need to move this out of the way. Because we're not going to be able to see it. That's going to be rather important. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, this is going to take a little while to get through, and I'm not going to show it all on camera. I'm only going to show really the good stuff about it. Like there's going to be some boss mobs, and we might get into a little bit of trouble. So I'll be pausing throughout this. And I even got level 17. Very nice. So we're still trucking along here, and I'm getting good experience as we go. We've got these red curl formations, and blue and green, and I'm not sure what this is, but I'm sure this is something that we're all supposed to do. But being as I'm new to this, I don't know. So someone did something right. And, we've got Chopper. So I gotta make sure I did move this down below here, so I am make sure that I'm kind of backup healing here. I'm not the main healer, but I am going to be backup healing as we go, just to make sure. Like this guy's starting to get a little low, so I'm gonna go ahead and top him off for our main healer to make sure he's getting what he needs. But it's going down pretty quickly. I definitely want to stay at distance. And save our healer, because he's starting to have problems. So So I've kind of forgotten what my other abilities do. I'm going to have to figure that out before our next big fight. Because I don't want to be missing out on something. Whoa, what was that? Holy cow. Alright, and so whenever you defeat something, there is a treasure coffer up here. And our main guys, a plundered Sastasha. Do I have to loot it too? And that would be just a greed for me as well. So I'm sure everybody knows about need before greed and all that kind of stuff. Well, here that kind of enforces it. So if it's not your permanent class, or the class that you're playing on, then you can only do greed. All right, so we're going to move further in. We've kind of moved away. We're moving further into the actual cave system now, and away from the swampy area. So looks like we're going to be fighting some man-made creatures now, along with these scurvy dogs. And I got to be careful about drawing aggro. I don't want to get in trouble, but it looks like our healer already has gotten into a little bit of trouble. Or at least he pulled aggro for a minute. Oh, the tank is definitely having problems. Holy cow. So, I'm going to go through here, and then when we get to the next big name, I'll be back. This looks like this may be it. Yeah, Captain Madison. So I don't know if they're going to take off the smaller ones first. Or what's going to happen. That guy's causing a little bit of problems. Try to get this guy off of our main healer because keeps getting aggro because he's having to heal so much. Our tank here is really taking a lot of damage. I love these kind of team battles. This is the way I think an MMO ought to play. Everybody has this very specific job. And they all fill a role in a spot. Makes for much more interesting play. You know, if you think about it, even a game like Overwatch is doing this. That everybody has a role and that they're supposed to do, and if everybody doesn't pull their part, then the team fails. So that's something that I think MMOs are getting away from for some reason. Whenever it's one of their stronger points. Oh, look at this! Got down into like a little warehouse area that we're taking on more shallow tail reavers. I got a little Lalafell wench here who's all happy that we saved her. Several of these around. Oh, and I obtained a key off that little fight. Whatever that means. I'm sure we'll use it. Alright, with my key I've unlocked the shadows, or the captain's quarters. So now it's up to, yep. So he's gonna do this. I realized about halfway through I was having my rotation wrong. I was using the wrong key for my main spell for damage, but that's okay. We weren't hurting that much. But I definitely do have more damage now than I was before. Since it's a single mob, our healer's been able to keep up with this fight. And he drops a gate key, which we also needed. Yep, which is right over here for the Wave Rider gate. Is this what's going to open? I don't have it. Yep, that's what we are opening. So we're going further down into the caves. Actually, we're fighting another captain here. This is Captain Madison. I didn't realize it until he came up on me and started beating on me. that? He's got... Is this his or is this somebody else's? Uh-oh, he releases the scurvy dogs. I don't want to be over there if they're going to come up on me. Oh, this isn't good. So we got to give our tank enough time to grab aggro off of all of those guys. He's still focused on Captain Madison, though. Might you consider a parlay? So, he's going to run away. It was his parrot. I didn't imagine that. So, we're going to finish up these scurvy dogs and chase him on down into the system. Oh, I looted a nice new hat. That is very cool. Oh, and we come around the corner and looks like they've got some docks back here. Isn't that cool looking? Look at that. That's awesome looking. Okay, it looks like we're getting pretty close. You can see over here on the side we have a countdown on how long we have left in this dungeon, or till it expires, and what we need to do. So we've done all of these things. We're just down to defeat Din the Orcatooth, which is this guy right here with the parrot. Psh, you silly, you spawning ground shore walker. Oh, what was that? Holy cow. The Lord of the world shall sup upon your souls. Oh boy. Well, this should be pretty interesting. Send all we've got into here. Gonna make sure I'm watching every one of my teammates and not let them get too low. Healing, backup healing here. Like this guy's getting pretty close, so I'm gonna go ahead and top him off. My alt 1 is my cure to help with that. I'm not for sure of a good way of doing target of a target. Like in EQ2, you can just like always have your tank selected and you always have his target, so you can always aim it. But this, it seems like you got to click around and get them yourself. Like you can't automatically get target of target, which is kind of annoying. I could be wrong. I just can't remember right. Oh, what's going on over here? Craziness. They've got all sorts of ads going on. Nope, I don't want to do that. Oh my gosh. This is not good. Oh, we did it. We did it. We beat him. Roar. Ugly mofo. Da 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 da. Yeah. Player commendation. It's a system whereby you can commend your players who left. Okay. Let's do this. And I'm going to go ahead and give it up to our tank. And we get to loot. Discipline of War. So I get to greet those. And tell my party. Thanks, guys. And we exit out. And look at that. I even received a player's commendation. So that's pretty cool. I didn't expect that. So let's go ahead and... I was trying to say, we need to... Oh, we need to go back to Lemensa and speak to Bandrin. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up. So that was a duty, Sastasha. So we're going to do more duties throughout this playthrough. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do Final Fantasy XIV, was where I could do these type of things. We don't get as many of these in some of the others just because of the way you have to organize things, but this makes it so easy and so great to do these duties by yourself and then get a good team. You don't have to, like look around like, hey, we need a healer or whatever. Like it does it all for you, and it's just terrific. So we're definitely going to be doing more of these. If you like this, make sure you hit that thumbs up and leave any comments you may have. Help me out if I'm missing something, if I'm doing something wrong. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. These subscriptions really do mean a lot to me. And you'll get notification of new videos as they come out. And I've got a lot of videos coming out, so you want to make sure you're subscribed. Till next time, bye.